Hello, this is Lady Boulay, and I hope you're having a beautiful day. Thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for your comments, and thank you for your thumbs up. Thank you for all you do to support the channel. And yes, we are commanded to love one another, whether we want to or not, or whether we agree with each other or not. And today, I'm talking about Nigerians again. Nigerians' problem with Western cultures, and that could be Nigerians' problem or Nigerians' problems with Western cultures. And they have problems with other Africans too, because I just saw South Africans running some Africans from all African countries, all 53 of the other countries, out of South Africa. And they don't care if you call them xenophobic. They don't care if you call them jealous. They don't care what you call them. They just want you out of their country, Africans. So we ought to take a page out of South Africa's book. The problem that Black Americans have had is that we care about each other and we care about other Black people. We just recently learned that they don't care about us. So it's every man for himself. Now, that is not the biblical way, because the Bible says the strong is supposed to bear the infirmities of the weak. We have always seen ourselves as strong, and we have the evidence to back it up. We can back up our strength. And when we see other people running to the United States to make a better life for themselves or to get a job or to go to college, we don't see that as being strong. We don't view that as being strong, but they do. So we have to treat them like they're strong. But this was one of the first things that I heard some Nigerians complaining about.
You don't have to be a Nigerian to know that Nigerians are going through immense discrimination when it comes to travels. You know, the othering that's happening there. Nigerians they have one of the weakest passports, not only in the region, but also globally. Just not long, I realized that a study for 199 countries ranks Nigeria at 89th. And this is 89. Even an improvement from a previous ranking of 94. So you can imagine like what they're really going through.
Nigeria is 89th on the list, which means that out of 199 countries, well, if the weakest passport is number 1, then Nigeria is number 89. And I think Somalia has the lowest or the weakest, however you want to put it, passport score of any African country at 43. And Ethiopia is at 48 or 53 or something like that. So that means these countries don't want these people in their countries. That's all that means. And this is why. Nigeria's or any country's passport is considered weak, mainly because visa-free or visa-on-arrival access to far fewer countries than most nations. The latest data shows Nigerians can enter only about 45 destinations without a prior visa, placing a passport around 88 to 91 globally. They can't just come into your country and get a visa like some other citizens can. They have to be approved before they can come into a country. And we know why. Number one, their country has limited diplomatic agreements with other countries. Countries with strong passports have extensive bilateral and multi-visa waiver agreements. People don't have that with Nigeria. Nigeria has fewer of these, which directly reduces travel freedom. Global security and migration concerns. Many countries impose stricter visa rules on nations they perceive as higher risk for irregular migration. What is irregular migration? It's just coming into a country illegally or coming into the country for birth tourism. They do that too in Nigeria. Had come into the United States to have babies when they're 9 months pregnant so their babies can have American citizenship. Security threats or document fraud concerns. We talk about Nigerians and fraud all the time. These perceptions, fair or not, affect how freely Nigerians and Somalis and other Africans can travel. And then there's the economic ties. Countries often relax visa rules for nations with high income economies and strong trade ties with that country. And Nigeria doesn't have high income economies or strong trade ties with other countries. And last is large tourism spending power. They don't have that either. And these women are sitting here acting like other countries are doing Nigerians wrong. Other countries have their immigration laws and immigration rules, and they apply to Nigerians as well as they do other people. So if Nigerians want to improve their passport status, they need to get their government to work with other countries to cooperate with other countries so that they can migrate to other countries more easily. Other countries do not have to accommodate Nigerians, and Nigerians have to work with the countries if they want to go there. They don't have a right to go to other people's country. But if they want to go to other people's countries, they have to abide by the other country's rules, like everybody else. They have a sense of entitlement that's baffling to me. They have that sense of entitlement that they should go to other countries where people have worked to improve their economies or build their economies, where they have worked to improve their employment opportunities, and they come into those countries just like they have a right to be there. And that's why that is why the South Africans don't have a problem running them out of their country, because they come with a sense of entitlement. They're not entitled to other people's country. And they're not entitled to other people's resources or economies or education or anything else other countries have. They need to really understand that. And if they were nearly as smart as they think they are, they could figure some of these things out for themselves, and other people wouldn't have to bust their passports down to 89 before they could migrate. Because really, nobody wants them in their country because of their reputation. I'm sure there are nice Nigerian people, but the ones that are not so nice have ruined the reputation of all of them. And they need to work on that internally inside their country. They call themselves the giant of Africa, but they're really not the giant when you think about reputation, when you think about how they behave in other countries, when you think about how they brag about who they are and how much smarter and better than they are than everybody else. And then everywhere they go, people run them out. The man from the Bantu City Diary says, every country has a population of Nigerians in their prisons. And that is really sad for the giant of Africa. So somebody else need to take that title because Nigerians are not living up to it. Okay, y'all, thank you for listening. Let me know what you think about the video and have a good evening.